Let's be real for a second. We all know that universal feeling of absolute dread when you realize, I have to go to the DMV today. It's the endless lines, right? The confusing paperwork, the complete drain on your schedule. Well, what if I told you that in Maryland, those days of agonizing hours-long waits are entirely over? Welcome to today's explainer. This is going to serve as your ultimate time-saving guide to mastering the Maryland Motor Vehicle Administration's online booking system. So, if you are genuinely tired of wasting your entire day waiting in line, you are exactly where you need to be. We're going to completely eliminate that headache today. I'm going to show you exactly how to secure your VIP ticket to a hassle-free, fast-tracked visit. By scheduling your appointment online, you're taking back your time. You get to plan your visit completely around your own schedule, not the other way around. It is a total game changer. All right, here's our quick roadmap for today. We'll hit 1. Skipping the DMV line. 2. Accessing the MyMVA portal. 3. Selecting your service type. 4. Booking your date and location. 5. Confirming or modifying those appointments. And finally, 6. Preparing for your visit. Let's dive in. Starting off with Section 1. Skip the DMV line, the new era of the MVA. And honestly, this is the best news you're going to hear all day, because appointments are now strictly required for the vast majority of in-person services. The contrast between the old days and now is just stark. The old way, you were essentially rolling the dice as a walk-in, facing super unpredictable waits and a very real risk of just not being seen at all. The new way is all about pre-scheduled slots and guaranteed desk time. Look, if you try to show up at a busy branch office like Baltimore or Glen Burnie without a confirmed slot today, you are highly likely to get turned away at the door and directed right back to the online portal. So booking ahead isn't just a friendly suggestion anymore. It's literally the gatekeeper to getting your business done. Moving to Section 2. Accessing the MyMVA portal, start here. To grab that coveted, guaranteed slot, you have to access the official platform. But before you type a single thing, we need to talk security. When you navigate to the Maryland MBA website, you absolutely must ensure you're on the official site to avoid those really common third-party scams. Just look right up at your address bar. You want to see mva.maryland.gov. That .gov extension is crucial. It means it's an official U.S. government organization. And right next to it, you should see HTTPS, or a little locked padlock icon. That padlock guarantees a secure encrypted connection, which is absolutely vital because, you're going to be entering some pretty sensitive personal data. Once you're safely on the site, I highly recommend setting up a MyMVA account if you haven't already. Over 2.5 million Marylanders are already using this system. By creating an account, you get instant access to check your credential renewal timelines, view any correspondence they've mailed you, and access over 60 common tasks. In fact, you might discover you don't even need an appointment at all. Services like registration renewals, address changes, or ordering a replacement license can often be completed 100% online, literally from your couch. But let's assume your specific transaction definitely requires a physical visit. That brings us to Section 3, selecting your service type. Accuracy matters. And let me tell you, accuracy here is paramount. The centralized scheduling platform follows a very specific workflow. First up, the portal will usually prompt you to use the online document guide. This just helps you figure out exactly what paperwork you need. Next, you have to select a broad administrative category, like driver's licensing or vehicle entitling. And then finally, you drill down into the very specific transaction, something like apply for a learner's permit or fix an insurance violation. Now, here is the crucial warning you have to remember. You must select the exact service you actually need. The MVA runs on strictly allocated time blocks for every specific transaction type. So if you book an appointment for vehicle registration, but you show up and ask for a license renewal, well, the technician might actually have to turn you away. Actually, scratch that. They probably will have to turn you away because they simply don't have the appropriate time allotted for that completely different service. Always double-check your selection. Okay, once you've accurately selected your service, we hit Section 4, booking date and location, finding your slot. The system makes this step pretty intuitive. You'll start by plugging in your zip code to find your local branch. But here is a massive pro tip for you. Always compare branch availability. If your closest MVA office is fully booked for the next month, check the surrounding regional branches. Driving an extra 20 minutes to a slightly further, less crowded location could literally save you weeks of waiting. Once you spot an open date and time that fits your life, you just enter your personal details, full name, date of birth, and your email address. While you're entering those details, you'll see an option to provide a mobile phone number. Do it. Opting in means the system will send you automated SMS text reminders as your date gets closer. But more importantly, it texts you your confirmation and your check-in QR code directly to your phone. Having that QR code ready to just scan at the kiosk the second you walk through the doors makes the check-in process remarkably smooth. After you hit submit, you'll land on a confirmation screen, which leads perfectly into Section 5, confirming or modifying appointments, flexibility. Because hey, life happens. The absolute golden rule of MBA scheduling comes down to one number, 24. If your plans change and you can't make your scheduled time, the MBA strictly requests that you cancel or reschedule at least 24 hours in advance. And this isn't just a polite courtesy. It immediately opens up that super valuable time slot for someone else in your community who might be urgently searching for an appointment. Whether you get it by email or text, save your confirmation code immediately. You absolutely need this code to pull up your appointment at the physical check-in kiosk, and you also need it if you want to log back into the portal to modify or cancel your booking. Also, fair warning, failing to show up for your appointment without canceling ahead of time can actually result in restrictions on how soon you're allowed to book your next visit, so don't be a no-show. All right, you've booked your slot, your calendar is marked, the day is here. Section 6, preparing for your visit. Don't arrive empty-handed. Preparation is where that my MVVA online document guide becomes your absolute best friend. For a standard visit, you generally need to bring a valid ID, clear proof of Maryland residency, specific insurance information, and of course, your payment method for any fees. But remember, every single transaction is unique. If you're a new resident bringing an out-of-state vehicle, you need your out-of-state title and lien holder info. Changing your name, you've got to bring the official court documents supporting that change. So use that online guide to generate a customized checklist before you even think about leaving the house. Now, if you are heading in for a behind-the-wheel driving test, the requirements are heavily expanded. You must bring your unexpired learner's permit, a completed and signed practice skills log, and a licensed supervising driver who literally has to remain in the driver's seat until the examiner checks their license. Furthermore, the vehicle itself is getting tested before you are. It needs at least a half tank of gas, proper tags, and absolutely no dashboard warning lights like a check engine or ABS light illuminated. I really can't stress this enough. Missing even a single required document, or pulling up in a vehicle that fails the basic safety inspection, like having a crack in the windshield that blocks the view or worn-out tires, will result in an immediate cancellation of your test. Yep, you'll have to go back online, rebook, and wait all over again. Do a full walk around of your car and a double check of your paperwork folder the night before. For sure. Just as a quick professional summary here, government procedures, acceptable documents, and fee structures are always subject to change. While this explainer gives you the definitive operational framework based on current standards, you should always treat the official Maryland MBA website, mva.maryland.gov, as the final authoritative word on any updates or policy shifts before you book. So, we have to ask the ultimate question. With over 60 services available completely online from your living room and a centralized system that guarantees you a specific zero wait time slot when you actually do have to go in, why would you ever dread the MVA again? You now have the exact blueprint to navigate the system like a seasoned pro. Take this knowledge, skip the line entirely, and go reclaim your day.